And we are live. Welcome to Atlanta Dugout Talk. We are about to watch the Atlanta Braves play the Colorado Rockies in the first game of a 3-game series out in Denver, Colorado. The starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves playing left field is Eddie Rosario. Batting second, the right fielder, Jorge Solaire. Batting third, the first baseman, Freddy Freeman. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Austin Riley. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. And batting sixth, the center fielder, Adam Duvall. Behind the plate tonight and batting seventh is Stephen Vogt. And batting eighth, the second baseman filling in for Ozzy Albies, second baseman Aher Adrianza, and on the mound pitching for your Atlanta Braves, Touki Toussaint. That's Rosario, Solaire, Freeman, Riley, Swanson, Duvall, Vogt, Adrianza, and Toussaint. That is the starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves. The start of the game will be beginning in just a few minutes. I do appreciate everyone stopping by. Something new that I'm doing that started out yesterday, late last night, doing our first broadcast where I'm watching the game and kind of letting you know what's going on and anything that Braves fans would like to enter in the chat box, or if you're watching on the replay, just go ahead and make any comments you like. I'd like to know if you are a Braves fan and where you are located. And let's talk about Atlanta Braves. Also, I do on your screen, in the middle, you will see different Atlanta Braves fan gear. I'm an affiliate with Fanatics, me and my brother. And if you'll go down in the description underneath the video, I will have a direct link that is an affiliate link to all the Atlanta Braves fan gear on Fanatics. And if you do place an order, then we will receive a small commission. There's no extra charge for you to do that as well. And check out all the other things that I have in the description. I won't be mentioning that much in the game tonight. Also, you will see on the screen, this is coming directly on the internet from MLB.com. Kind of gives you the game day of this game between the Colorado Rockies and your Atlanta Braves. Game will be starting in just a few minutes as I'm getting ready and get set up. Be sure to like this video and share it with your Atlanta Braves fans. Let me get where I can see here. So the Atlanta Braves are the home team. Pitching for the Colorado Rockies is Chichi Gonzalez, as you see on the screen. They are just about to get ready. The time is Central Time. I'm in Northwest Arkansas. Time is 7:39. Game is supposed to start at 7:40 Central Standard Time. The Braves had a tough 3 games while they were out in LA. They came close to winning last night. They fell behind and they came back to tie it up and actually took the lead 3-2, but gave up 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th and ended up losing 4-3. Of course, the Atlanta Braves is managed by Brian Snitker. And of course, as I've already given you the starting lineup for the Braves, we're just about ready to get started. The Rockies are out in the field. Gonzalez is warming up, and we should be having first pitch in just a minute. One thing that did happen today, earlier this afternoon, the Braves today recalled left-handed pitcher Sean Newcomb to Atlanta and placed right fielder Chris Martin on the 10-day injured list with right elbow inflammation. So we know he didn't have that great of a eighth inning last night, actually giving up the 2 runs that gave the Los Angeles the lead, that ending up winning the game. Now we're about ready to get started. We will mention that the Phillies played earlier today, and they beat the Washington Nationals 7-6. So right now, as before the Braves start play, I believe the Atlanta Braves have a 1.5 game lead on the Phillies. So if the Braves can win, they can keep it at 2 games. If the Braves lose, then they will have just a 1 game lead. So we need the Braves to pull out this victory tonight. Still waiting. Looks like we're the Braves, the first 2 batters are in the on-deck circle warming up. So hopefully Braves can score early. Rosario is getting ready. Rosario is number 8 for the Braves. They are in their gray jerseys with the red Atlanta with the tomahawk underneath the Atlanta. So finally, the pitcher is finally getting out to the mound. There was a little delay, him getting out, and now he is just beginning his warm-up tosses. Eddie Rosario, like I said, is leading off. He is batting .259, as you can see on the screen, with 8 home runs. He hit one last night, 2-run homer last night to tie up the game early in the game. And then Dansby Swanson later on hit a solo homer to give the Braves the 3-2 lead, as I stated earlier. But in the bottom of the 8th, they gave up 2 runs to lose the ball game. We're just about ready to get started. He's got a few more pitches, warm up. We will not be starting at 7:40. Looks like probably 7:44, 7:45. If you're I'm watching it through MLB TV because I'm in Northwest Arkansas. I'm not able to get the Braves, so I have to go through MLB TV to get the games. But the one problem with that is we are blacked out here if we happen to be playing St. Louis Cardinals or Kansas City Royals or Texas Rangers, because that is the regional sports teams in the area I'm at. So if I want to, even if they're playing in Atlanta, I'm blacked out. Hopefully that they can eventually get this blackout all worked out where everybody will have a chance at seeing the game. So if I want to see the Cardinals play the Braves, I have to go to the game. Now the first pitch is a ball outside. So Gonzalez throws a ball to Rosario. The count is 1-0. A grounder to the first baseman over to the pitcher for out number 1. So after 2 pitches, Rosario grounds out, and we have 1 out in the inning. Next up is Solaire. He is batting .210, but he does have 21 homers. But with him coming over to the Atlanta Braves at the trade deadline, he has done a whole lot better than he was in Kansas City. When he was toward the end of his Royals stint, he was coming alive, and then when the Braves got him, he has really helped out the Braves. The first pitch to Solaire, down the middle, a swinging strike for Solaire. Now the count is 0-1. Coming up for the next pitch to Solaire. It is called strike on the inside, 92 mile an hour fastball. The count is 0-2 to Solaire. And now the 0-2 pitch. It is a ball inside, 93 mile an hour pitch. Now the count is 1-2 to Solaire. The 1-2 pitch to Solaire is a fly ball to right field, and it is a home run. Another home run for Solaire. It is his 22nd home run on the year. The Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-0 lead on the Colorado Rockies. Now, batting for the Atlanta Braves, the first baseman, Freddy Freeman. Freddy Freeman is batting .294 with 28 home runs. And here is the first pitch. It is a ball on the outside part of the plate. The count is 1-0 to the first baseman for the Atlanta Braves, Freddy Freeman. Want to say hello to one of our watchers. Appreciate you stopping by. This is new to me. I hope to do more of these, but thanks for stopping by. Blake? The next pitch is a called strike to Freddy Freeman. The count now to Freeman is 2 balls and 1 strike. There's 1 out with the Atlanta Braves leading 1-0. Freddy Freeman lifts a fly lazy ball to center field for the second out. Freddy Freeman flies out to center field to make it 2 outs in the top of the first, with the Atlanta Braves leading 1-0. Now batting cleanup, the third baseman, Austin Riley. Austin Riley is having a terrific year. He also has 28 home runs. He takes a high borderline strike on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. The count is 0-1 to the third baseman, Austin Riley. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It is low, almost hits the dirt. That gives the count to 1-1 to Austin Riley. The pitcher, Gonzalez, has thrown 12 pitches in this first inning, including the solo home run by Solaire. And now the 1-1 pitch to Riley. He takes it low to give it a 2 balls and 1 strike. Now here's the 2-1 pitch to Riley. It is way outside and low. A 88-mile-an-hour pitch makes it 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs to the third baseman for the Atlanta Braves, Austin Riley. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It is taking low, and he draws a walk. Austin Riley does. It was close, but it was just a little bit low. So now we have Austin Riley as the runner at first base. We have 2 outs. And now we have a Dansby Swanson. Dansby, as I said earlier, last night, gave the Braves a short lead of 3-2 when he hit a solo home run. Dansby has 26 home runs. And here is the first pitch to Dansby is taken low at 93 miles an hour for ball 1 to the shortstop for the Atlanta Braves, Dansby Swanson. Now as Austin Riley takes his lead, here's the 1-0 pitch to Dansby. He swings and a drive to right field, and he makes the catch. That's Charlie Blackmon in right field, makes the catch, and it ends the inning, the top of the first for the Atlanta Braves, but Solaire hits a solo home run to give the Braves the lead. Braves have the lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. I was just noticing on Twitter from David O'Brien. He says that Solaire's opposite field homer in the first inning is his 22nd of the season and 9th in 29 games and 122 plate appearances since being traded to the Atlanta Braves. Solaire has hit .288 with 13 homers, 22 RBIs, and an OPS well over 1,000 in his past 33 games. Like I said, since coming to the Braves, he has been doing quite a great job, what the Braves really needed. The Braves, even before the regular trade line, when they got Jock Peterson, once Ronald Acuna Jr. with his injury, season-ending injury, the Braves have just revamped their outfield, and that is what has really helped the Atlanta Braves. Now let's go to the bottom of the first. We have Touki Toussaint with the first pitch. This ball high and inside for ball 1 to Connor Joe. Connor Joe. And the second pitch to Joe. He hits a line drive to Dansby Swanson. He throws it over to Freddy Freeman. He scoops it up for the first out of the bottom of the first inning. On 2 pitches, Toussaint retires Joe. Now up for the Colorado Rockies is Brandon Rogers. Brandon Rogers is batting .281 with 10 home runs. Now with 1 out, he lines to pass Dansby Swanson for a base hit. So now we have a runner at first base with one out, with Charlie Blackmon batting. Blackmon, is batting .265 with 10 home runs for the season. So a runner at first base with one out for Blackmon. Now Blackmon steps into the batter's box, takes a few warm-up swings, and now he's ready for the pitch from Tukey Tucson. And it is a ball outside, a 93-mile-an-hour pitch for ball one. The Braves are leading 1-0 in the bottom of the first, playing in Denver, Colorado. The next pitch is just a little bit outside for ball two. Now Tucson gets ready to throw the 2-0 pitch to Charlie Blackmon, and here it comes. He swings to first baseman Freddy Freeman. He throws to second. Relay throw back to Freddy Freeman as he gets back to the bag for ending double play. So after one inning, the Atlanta Braves lead the Colorado Rockies 1-0. Appreciate all that have come to watch the Atlanta Braves play the Colorado Rockies. I hope you enjoy all the information from MLB.com that I have on the screen. If you're looking for Atlanta Braves fan gear wear, just go to the description below this video. I have an affiliate link to Fanatics where you can buy all your Atlanta Braves fan gear needs for you, your family, your friends. Of course, Christmas time will be here before we know it. Good time to stock up while you can get it shipped directly to you now. Make sure don't wait. And remember, anything that you order, we will receive a small commission. We appreciate that very much. Just a minute, we'll go to the top of the second where the Atlanta Braves will be batting. All right, we are back. It's time for the top of the second for the Atlanta Braves. Batting leadoff in the top of the second is Adam Duvall. He's batting .223 with 29 home runs. And now the first pitch to Duvall. He takes a strike on the inside corner at 91 miles per hour. Gonzalez right now has thrown 18 pitches so far in the game. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Duvall. He takes it on the inside corner for a ball at a 90 mile-an-hour pitch. So the count to Adam Duvall is 1-1. One of the new Braves for the season. Of course, Adam was with the Braves last year. He grounds to shortstop, throws over to first for the first out of the top of the second inning. So there's one out in the top of the second inning. Now the catcher for the Atlanta Braves is Vogt. He is batting 192 and has 5 home runs. He is a left-handed catcher. As I said, 5 home runs and 23 RBIs. And now the first pitch to Vogt. He takes it down the middle for a strike, a 90-mile-an-hour pitch. Now the count to Vogt is 0-1. The 1-1 pitch. He takes it low for the count is 1-1. That pitch was 85 miles an hour. Looking home from the dugout is the manager, Brian Snitker, and Walt Weiss, the bench coach. The pitch, the Vogt lines to second baseman, throws over the first for the second out of the inning. Remember that Walt Weiss was originally the manager for the Colorado Rockies before coming to the Atlanta Braves as a bench coach. The manager now for the Colorado Rockies is Bud Black. And now batting with 2 outs for the Atlanta Braves. Here, Adrianza is batting 239 with 4 home runs. The first pitch he takes outside for the count is 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Now the pitch, he takes it right lower part of the middle strike zone. For a strike, it's 1-1. That was a 91-mile-an-hour pitch from Gonzalez. He has thrown so far 25 pitches. Adrianza fouls it off. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Now Adrianza steps into the batter's box. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. And here's the 1-2 pitch. He takes it low and inside for ball 2. It was 88 miles an hour to Adrianza, who was playing second base in the place of Ozzie Albies. They were thinking that maybe Albies might be able to start today, but they want to give him another day. He takes the 2-2 pitch and fouls it off his foot. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The Atlanta Braves are leading 1-0 in the top of the second inning. Looking on from the dugout, Max Fried talking to Adam Duvall. And now the 2-2 pitch to Adrianza. He again fouls it off behind home plate. The umpire picks up the ball and throws it out and puts in the new ball to the pitcher for the Colorado Rockies, Gonzalez. Now he is at 29 pitches in the top of the second inning. And now we'll try the 2-2 pitch again to Adrianza. He gets a base hit. It kind of in between the third baseman and the shortstop. He goes deep. He's able to get the ball, but does not have time to make a throw to first base. So that will be a base hit for Adrianza. Be a runner on first base with 2 outs. And now we get to see Touki Toussaint at the plate. Touki is batting 154 with no home runs. And here's the first pitch. He fouls it off at the plate. Ball just barely. He was trying to get out of the way, but the ball hit the bat for strike 1 to the pitcher for the Atlanta Braves, Touki Toussaint. Got a runner on first with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Toussaint. A grounder over the second, almost gets through, but the second baseman is able to pick it up and throw to the first baseman for the 3rd out. So the Braves do not score any. They do get a base hit by Andrianza, but leaves him stranded. So after 1.5 innings, as we go to the bottom of the second inning, the Atlanta Braves lead the Colorado Rockies 1-0. And as you're watching the game, be sure to look in our description below this video. I have links to Fanatics for all your Atlanta Braves gear, or we're also affiliates with Amazon and some others. I've got our affiliate links to them. If you're going to be buying something anyway, please use those links, and where we can receive a commission, no extra charge to you. And we appreciate you supporting this channel, Atlanta Dugout Talk. Ozzy Albies, as I'm watching the sports on Bally Sports through MLB TV, they said he exited Tuesday night's game at the Dodgers. The x-rays came back negative, but they're just kind of giving them a couple of days to recover. Hopefully he'll be in the lineup tomorrow. Now going to the bottom of the second inning, the batter will be Trevor Story. Trevor Story was one that thought maybe he might be traded at the deadline, but a trade was never done. Trevor Story has 18 home runs on the year. The first pitch is a 77-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch for strike one. Trevor has had 18 home runs and 62 RBIs for the year. Now, another off-speed pitch called a strike down at the bottom part of the strike zone to make it 0-2 to Trevor Story. Tonight, Toussaint has thrown 49% sliders. The next pitch, 0-2, kind of gets away from Toussaint on the outside part of the plate that gets away from the Atlanta Braves catcher Vogt. So it's 1-2, nobody out in the bottom of the second inning to Trevor Story. And here's the pitch. It's a line drive to left field, where Rosario makes the running catch. Rosario can play any position in the outfield, and if need be, he can also play some in the infield. I would say probably third base, second base, if they did need someone. Probably could play first base as well. So he's a good player that can play many positions. Now the first pitch to Crone is a called strike, lower part of the strike zone for strike one. And here's the 0-1 pitch. It is inside, an 88-mile-an-hour pitch to make it 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. The next pitch is fouled out to the third base foul line. So as they regroup, Crone gets back in the batter's box. He has a 1 ball, 2 strike count. And here's the 1-2 pitch. It is low and outside. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out to Crone. Tucson gets here's the pitch. It is a line drive over second base into center fielder Adam Duvall. So it's a base hit for Crone. Runner on first base with 1 out for Ryan McMahon. McMahon has 20 home runs on the year, batting .256. Now Tucson gets the sign. And the first pitch, it is low and inside to McMahon, batting .256. Runner on first and 1 out. Freddy Freeman holds the runner on first closely. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's swung on and missed, a 76-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike and 1 out with the runner on first in the bottom of the second inning. And now Tucson throws it. Grounder to second baseman, really shortstop Dansby Swanson, playing in the second base spot, touches second base and throws on the first for our ending inning double play. So after 2 innings, the Atlanta Braves have a 1-0 lead on the Colorado Rockies as we now go to the top of the third inning where the Atlanta Braves will be batting.
Jackrabbit is all about helping guide begin his journey.
All right, now we're ready for the top of the third inning for the Atlanta Braves coming to bat. Gonzalez is still on the mound, and Eddie Rosario will come up to lead off the top of the third inning. Rosario was 0 for 1. He grounded out in the first inning. And now here's the pitch to Rosario. It is a ball on the outside part of the plate for ball 1. And now he gets the sign and the pitch. It is a foul ball. Looks like Rosario might have, on the backswing, get the Colorado Rockies catcher. Looked like maybe on the top of his helmet and mask. But he seems to be all right. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Rosario. And here's the pitch. It is low for ball 2. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. That pitch was an 85-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Just about in the dirt, really. And now the 2-1 pitch is a foul ball behind home plate into the crowd. So Rosario regroups, gets ready to step back into the batter's box. And now Gonzalez gets the sign. And here's the 2-2 pitch. He swings off. He swung at a ball there. But with 2 strikes, he wanted to make sure it wasn't called a strike. Remember last night's ball game with the umpire was very inconsistent. So far tonight, the umpire tonight has done a really good job. The next pitch, 2-2 pitch, is a ball, 84-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. We have a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, no one out in the top of the third inning. And now we have the 3-2 pitch. And it's just a little bit outside on the 88-mile-an-hour pitch. So Rosario draws a base on balls. We have a runner at first with nobody out. And now the one that hit the home run in the top of the first inning is Solaire. Comes back up to the plate. His exit velocity on that one was 103 miles an hour for 407 feet on the home run that he had in the first inning. And now the first pitch to Solaire in the top of the third. It is just a little bit low at 86 miles an hour. The count is 1 ball, no strikes with a runner on first and no one out in the top of the third inning for the Atlanta Braves. Now Gonzalez kind of fools around with the pitching rubber. Now he's get ready to set. And here's the pitch. And it is low and outside on an 87-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. He has not thrown Solaire, at least this set of pitches, not many fastballs. Been basically off-speed pitch to Solaire. The count is 2 balls, no strikes, runner on first. And here is the 2-0 pitch. It is a called strike on the outside corner at 87 miles an hour. Looked like most likely was a slider on that one. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Nobody out with Rosario on first base. And here is the 2-1 pitch. It is a called strike, a fastball at 90 miles an hour. Solaire did not like that call. It was close, but it looked like it may have just barely touched the corner on the square rectangle strike zone that we can see on the television screen. But it was close. And now here is the 2-2 pitch to Solaire. And it is called a ball. It was just a little bit low and on the outside corner. It was close. It could have been called a strike. It was that close. Looked like it might have been just barely underneath the low strike part of the plate. Now Gonzalez tries to pick off Rosario, who was basically standing on the base. So it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out with a runner on first. Will he be going? We will find out. And Gonzalez steps off. He thinks he's going to be going. So he's trying to keep Rosario as close as he can to first. And now, the 3-2 pitch. And he does not go. A grounder. The second baseman dives. He was playing in the shift. He was playing way just about behind second base. He's able to get to it. He kind of makes an attempt to try to throw the second to get Rosario maybe rounding the bag, but Rosario gets back. Fortunate enough, he made a good play enough where it didn't end up in right field. If it ended up in right field, then Rosario probably would have gone to third. And now we have the man, the MVP from last year, Freddy Freeman, comes up with the runners on first and second with nobody out in the top of the third inning. And here's the first pitch to Freeman. He swings on the outside corner, an 85-mile-an-hour pitch, and fouls it off. So the count is 0-1 to Freddy Freeman in the top of the third inning. Hopefully the Braves can get a couple of runs this inning to get a little bit better lead than 1-0. And the pitcher comes set. Here's the 0-1. Just barely high. It's a 91-mile-an-hour pitch. Freeman takes it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. The last 23 games for Freeman versus the Rockies has a .293 average, 12 extra base hits, 15 runs, on-base percentage of .410. He swings at basically a ball on the outside corner low, fouls it off. Now the count to Freddy Freeman is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner on first and second. Freeman trying to drive in a couple of runs. Gonzalez pitch count is now up to 48 pitches in the game, and we're only in the top of the third inning. And now the 1-2 pitch to Freddy Freeman. He bounces it sus out in front of home plate. First, kind of thought maybe it might have hit off his foot, but it did not. But he does move the runners to second and third for the first out for the Atlanta Braves. So the Braves have second and third. It's good as a bunt. Even if he was bunting, he couldn't have done any better than that. It just barely stayed fair. Just a couple of feet out in front of home plate. It was still in the dirt when the catcher picked it up, almost on the line, foul line. Now Austin Riley comes up with second and third and 1 out, trying to drive in some runs. He hits a long fly ball to left center, rolls to the wall. The Atlanta Braves score. They drive in 2 to take a 3-0 lead. That's Austin Riley. Lines one up to left center to drive in. Rosario and Solaire. Didn't have time to get up, but it rolled all the way to the wall. And the 2 runners scored really easy. Austin Riley ends up at second for a double. Exit velocity on that one was 107.5 miles per hour. And now with a runner on second, Dansby Swanson takes a ball on the outside corner, 92-mile-an-hour pitch for ball 1. Runner on second base. Pitcher gets the sign. Now the 1-0 pitch. He lines it to the shortstop. Throws over the first for the second out. Austin Riley stays at second base. So we have 2 outs. Runner on second. Now we will see the Braves can master up a 2-out hit to drive in Austin Riley. Now we have Adam Duvall at the plate with 2 outs with Austin Riley on second base. Duvall is 0 for 1. He takes a ball on the outside corner for ball 1. It was an 88-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Gonzalez pitch count is now up to 53 pitches for the game as we're in the top of the 3rd inning. And here's the pitch. Another one on the outside corner, low and outside. The Colorado Rockies, they have a pitcher warming up, getting ready really quickly. The count to Adam Duvall is 2 balls and no strikes, 2 outs with a runner on second base. Pitcher set, throws, and looks like Adam Duvall will pop it up to the first baseman to end the inning. He catches it in foul territory. So as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, the Braves were able to get 2 more runs. The Braves take a 3-0 lead going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And don't forget, if you're an Atlanta Braves fan and you like this type of live stream video, please be sure to subscribe to Atlanta Dugout Talk YouTube channel. Hit subscribe and hit that bell notification to be reminded when I go live or have a video uploaded. Sure do appreciate that. And please be sure to share it with your Atlanta Braves friends and family. I've been an Atlanta Braves fan since 1974. I'm 54 years old. Be turning 55 coming up in November. How I became an Atlanta Braves fan was when Hank Aaron was chasing the Babe, trying to break his home run record back in April of 1974. watching games on TV is a lot different than it is now. I'll tell you about that a little bit later on. Now going to the bottom of the third inning. Touki Toussaint throws a fastball to Diaz down the middle for strike one. Diaz kind of steps out. And now we're ready. Toussaint with the 0-1 pitch is a 76-mile-an-hour pitch on low and outside for ball one. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Ooh, that pitch, it looks like it might have hit him in the head. So, I think he's going to be all right. It really got away from Toussaint. Diaz was hit by the pitch. It looked like it. I don't know what part of the head that it got him. Let me take a look at the replay. You're right off the back of the helmet. He turns to get out of the way, but it looks like it was kind of the back of the helmet. So they're kind of checking him out to make sure he knows where he is. Not sure if they're going to take him out or if he's going to stay in. Toussaint is didn't want that to happen. He's kind of pacing around the back of the mound. His intentions were not to hit him. Kind of got away, and they're walking down to first base. Look at it again. Kind of looks like on that angle, maybe kind of in between the back and the left earlobe. But it looks like he's laughing around, talking with Freddy Freeman and Colorado Rockies manager. They're kind of smiling, talking. Trainer's out there making sure he's all right. So it looks like he's going to stay in. So they're waiting to. It looks like he's going to stay in. Oh, Freddie Freeman puts his hand on his head. So now we're about ready to get started back. So now the Colorado Rockies in the bottom of the third, they have a runner on first base and nobody out. Batting is Sam Hilliard, batting 196, 9 home runs, and I believe 20 RBIs. And now Toussaint, here's the pitch. A 77-mile-an-hour ball on the inside for ball one. Count is 1 ball, no strikes, no one out. Runner on first base for the Colorado Rockies in the bottom of the third. Now the batter takes a strike on the bottom part of the plate, down the middle for strike one. It's 1 ball and 1 strike and nobody out. And Toussaint delivers to Hilliard, and he takes it on the outside corner, a 86-mile-an-hour pitch. It is now 2 balls and 1 strike. And now Toussaint comes set and throws, and Hilliard fouls the ball back behind the umpire, the home plate umpire. And now we get ready for another pitch. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes, no one out with a runner on first base. And Toussaint way outside on the off-speed pitch, which was 77 miles an hour. And now we have a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And now Tucson gets the sign from Vogt. And here's the pitch. He sends a fly ball to center fielder Adam Duvall, who makes the catch, throws it back in. It is 1 out. Looked like he might have had a little trouble picking that ball up, but he was able to make the catch fairly easily. And now we have the pitcher, Chichi Gonzalez, batting. He's batting 167 with no home runs. He squares around the bunt, fouls it off. Looks like it catches the either the catcher or the home plate umpire or both. So we have no balls and 1 strike to the pitcher, Gonzalez, who is batting 167 on the year. We have 1 out and a runner on first base. Tucson comes to the stretch, throws, and it is called a strike. It was close. It was on the inside, up, just barely catches the corner for strike 2. But Black relays the sign, what he wants the pitcher to do. Did he take the bunt off, or will he's starting to square around, and he gets the bunt down right back to the pitcher, throws to second, kind of wide to Dansby Swanson. He's not able to make the catch to get the runner at second base. So it'll be a fielder's choice. I don't know if it'll be an error or not. I'm guessing it'll be a sacrifice. E1 would be my guess. The ball hit first I thought it was soft, but it looked like the ball did hit the ground, and Swanson was not able to make the play. So I'm trying to see if that was called an error or not. So far, not an error. Okay, now here's the pitch to Joe. It is on the outside corner, a 77-mile-an-hour pitch. So in looking at the box score, it does not look like, I'm assuming it'll be a sacrifice fly, fielder's choice is what it looks like. Now Vogt goes out, trying to settles down Tucson for, I believe that was the first mound visit for the Atlanta Braves to the Braves mound. Yeah, he reaches on a fielder's choice. So I'm not even sure it's a sacrifice bunt or not. And he gets a call strike. Looked like it was a little bit outside, but he gets the benefit of the doubt. So we have 1 ball, 1 strike. Going to look at it again. Yeah, it was outside. It wasn't even close. But the Braves get a break on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. And another one right on the corner. That was a strike. So now we have 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, with runners on first and second in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now Tucson gets set. The 1-2 pitch to Joe. He swings on the outside corner and fouls it off to keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. And now Joe gets ready. Here's the pitch from Tucson. A grounder Pass, shortstop Dansby Swanson. Rosario throws, and it's off the line to the catcher Vogt at home plate. He has to come off a little bit, and the runner scores. Now it's Atlanta Braves 3 and the Colorado Rockies 1. We have runners again at first and second. Yeah, it gets through, really. Rosario had a shot at it, but if it'd been on mark, it'd been a close play. Probably wouldn't have got him anyway. But the main thing was to keep the runner at second. So runner at first and second and 1 out. Now up to bat is Rogers. He is 1 for 1 in the game. Here's the first pitch. A off-speed pitch called a strike. It was looked like he kind of hung it a little bit, but he was looking for the fastball on that one. You could tell that. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Rogers. He swings and dumps a single in front of Duvall. He throws and holds. The pitcher was running. Was the runner coming around third, so he holds, so it's bases loaded. So the Rockies did not score on that play. So it's bases loaded with run out. The Braves have a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the third inning. Now a pitching coach visit to the mound. Rick Kranitz goes out, tried to calm down Touki Toussaint. And the catcher out there, of course, Toussaint, Dansby Swanson, Adrianza, just about everybody. I don't believe Freeman's out. He normally doesn't come out. Looks like Jesse Chavez is kind of stretching, kind of getting ready to maybe start to throw if Toussaint gets into any more trouble. Toussaint's just thrown 37 pitches. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Now Charlie Blackmon has come up to be batting with bases loaded with 1 out. Hopefully we can get another double play to get out of the inning. Here's the pitch. He sends a fly ball, but it is foul on the third base side of the crowd. Looks like he might have broken his bat. He goes over, gets another bat, and puts a little pine tar on his bat to get him a little bit better grip. We have a no balls and 1 strike count to Blackmon. He has bases loaded and 1 out. Well, let's see if Touki Toussaint can bear down and get out of this and hold on to the 3-1 lead. That pitch was 93 miles an hour, but it was on the outside part of the plate for a ball. So we have 1 ball and 1 strike and 1 out. Bases loaded, bottom of the third for Charlie Blackmon. Toussaint gets the sign, comes set, and here's the pitch. It is a line drive to right field and a grand slam for Charlie Blackmon. That will give the Colorado Rockies the lead. They now lead 5-3. So the ball was up. There was really no doubt once he hit it. You were hoping that it would go foul, but it didn't even come close. So Charlie Blackmon hits a grand slam off of Touki Toussaint on Toussaint's 40th pitch of the evening. So my guess that Jesse Chavez will be loosening up. I don't believe he was just stretching, so I don't believe he's ready to come in. Of course, you got to remember, this is Denver, Colorado, where the balls fly. and where scores can really get up there. And now the next batter. It's a single up the middle. Seems like ever since he hit the batter a few batters ago, it just hadn't been the same. I think that got to him, and seems like before then he was doing just fine, but he's really lost control of the game. Rockies leading 5-3. Runner on first with one out. Now batting is Crone. Another ball on the outside, nowhere near at 93 miles an hour. Runner on first base with one out. Count to Crone is 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the pitch. He decided pick off play over at first base. It was close, but the runner gets back. Now Tucson gets the sign from Vogt. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Crone. The runner is going, and a bad throw by Vogt. Pretty much threw it in the ground. A good play to make sure the ball did not go past. Adrianza, I believe, made that play. Let me take a look at the replay here. He said, looks like he slipped, the catcher. And Adrianza did a great job of just getting to the ball and keeping it in front of him. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Now he throws over a pickoff play at second base, but Story gets back. So it's still 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner on second and 1 out to Crone. Sean Newcomb is up now. He was, as I said earlier, the first part of the game, he was called up to replace Chris Martin. Now, a grounder to shortstop Dansby Swanson throws over the first baseman Freddy Freeman to record the second out. Runner stays at second base. And now Ryan McMahon is up. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play in the second inning for his only plate appearance for the evening. Now the first pitch. It is low and outside. 88-mile-an-hour pitch for ball 1. Now, Tucson pitch count is now getting up there now at 45 pitches. He had 6 in the first, 12 in the second, and now 27 in the third inning for a total of 45 pitches. Here's the pitch. A fly ball. Looks like Austin Riley is going to take charge and makes the catch to end the bottom of the third inning. But the Colorado Rockies put a 5 spot up in the bottom of the third, marked by Charlie Blackmon's grand slam home run with the bases loaded. And now, after 3 innings of play, it's the Colorado's Rockies 5 and the Atlanta Braves 3. All right, it's about time to begin the top of the fourth inning. Batting for the Atlanta Braves, leading off is Vogt, the Atlanta Braves catcher. That's Stephen Vogt. He is, for tonight's game, he is 0 for 1. Now we're about ready to get the top of the fourth started. Vogt gets into the batter's box and he's ready. Gonzalez now. The pitch, it is a called strike. It's an 88-mile-an-hour pitch on the inside part of the strike zone for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A swing and fouls it off. Now the count is no balls and 2 strikes. We'll just have to wait and see if Tukey Tucson is going to finish. Now we got Jacob Webb, looks like, warming up in the bullpen. Now Vogt takes a ball high, 88-mile-an-hour pitch. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out in the top of the fourth inning for the Atlanta Braves. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Just barely outside on an 86-mile-an-hour pitch. The count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was close, but it was a ball. And now the 2-2 pitch from Gonzalez to Vogt. A fly ball to left field, back on the warning track, and the left fielder makes the catch. He flies out to Connor Joe. Connor Joe makes the catch, but Vogt drives it to the warning track for out number 1. Just missed it. And now with 1 out, the second baseman, Adrianza, who got a hit his last time up, is 1 for 1 for the game. He had a single in the second inning. He is batting .244. And now the first pitch is called strike, 86-mile-an-hour pitch on the inside corner of the plate for strike 1. So we've got 1 out in the top of the fourth. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung and fouls it off. Now the count is no balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Looks like we may have a pinch hitter for Tucson. But we'll wait and see. And now the 0-2 pitch. And it swings and fouls it off again. It was a 90-mile-an-hour pitch, but he stays alive in the top of the fourth inning. The Atlanta Braves now trail the Colorado Rockies 5-3 in the top of the fourth inning. Now Gonzalez, here's the pitch, and it is low, 88-mile-an-hour pitch in the dirt. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Adrianza. As manager Brian Snitker looks on. And now here's the 1-2 pitch. It is ball. Gonzalez kind of did a hesitation wind up there to try to get Adrianza off stride, but it was a ball. He never did attempt to make a swing at the pitch. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing zone, looks like he might have tipped it, but the catcher hung on to the baseball for the strikeout, and that's 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning. Looks like Heredia will be pinch hitting for Tucson Tukey, Tucson. Heredia's 225 average, 5 home runs, and 25 RBIs on the year for the Atlanta Braves. Nobody on with 2 outs. And here's the first pitch. He takes it. It was low, but it did cross the plate just barely in the strike zone for strike number 1. And here's the second pitch. Just a little bit lower, 85-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch for 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs to Heredia in the top of the 4th inning for the Atlanta Braves. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and he takes it. Low strike, but it was a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs for Heredia, who is pinch hitting for Tukey, Tucson. Now the Colorado Rockies have someone starting to warm up in their bullpen as well. Heredia just now takes a foul ball to keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes and 2 outs. After that foul ball, Heredia gets back to the batter's box. Gonzalez gets the sign. Comes set. Now here's the 1-2 pitch. Takes it just a little inside. A 91-mile-an-hour pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Heredia in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. He fouls it off. Got way out in front. Goes into the stands on the third base side. So as Heredia gets ready, Gonzalez goes off the mound, gathers himself, gets back on the mound. Now Heredia gets back into the batter's box. He's ready. Gonzalez gets the sign, comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it's just barely low on the outside corner. So now we have full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 4th inning. Heredia is pinch hitting for Tukey, Tucson. And here's the 3-2 pitch. It is way outside and goes back to the backstop for the base on balls to Heredia. That was Gonzalez. Chichi Gonzalez, 74th pitch of the game. We're in the top of the 4th inning. The Atlanta Braves have a runner on first with 2 outs. It looks like the pitching coach for the Colorado Rockies comes out to talk to the pitcher for the Colorado Rockies, Chichi Gonzalez. Eddie Rosario will be up as soon as the meeting is over with. He will have a runner on first with 2 outs, trying to get a few runs back to be able to tie the game up. Colorado Rockies leading 5-3 in the top of the 4th inning. We have 2 outs, runner on first. Rosario is 0 for 1 for the game. He did walk in the 3rd, and he scored a run. And now the first pitch to Rosario. He takes it on the outside corner. It was really close. Could have been called either a ball or strike, but umpire called it a ball. It is 1 ball and no strikes with 2 outs with the runner on first base. And the pitcher comes set. And here's the 1-0 pitch. It's just barely low and outside. So we have a 2 balls, no strikes to Rosario in the top of the 4th inning with 2 outs. And the pitcher gets the sign from the catcher. He comes set. And here is the 2-0 pitch. It is low and inside for ball 3. The count is 3 balls and no strikes with 2 outs with the runner on first base. Solaire is in the on-deck circle. And here is the 3-0 pitch. He had the green light. And he swung, looked like maybe swung at ball 4. It'd been close. It was on the inside middle part of the plate. But now it's 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs with a runner on first. Pitcher gets a sign. He comes set. And here is the 3-1 pitch. He takes it low and outside, a 90-mile-an-hour pitch for ball 4. You have a base on balls. That was the pitcher Gonzalez' 79th pitch of the game. Now, Buddy Black. This is the second visit, so he will be taking out Gonzalez. New pitcher will be coming in. So as we have a pitching change. So we'll take a little break. I'll take a break here. And as soon as they get ready, we'll be right back. Okay, as you can see on your screen, the new pitcher is Yancy Almonte. He has a 8.01 ERA. He will be pitching to Jorge Solaire. Solaire is 2 for 2 for the day. Of course, Solaire hit a solo home run in the first inning. They gave the Braves an early lead of 1-0. Now, the Colorado Rockies have the lead of 5-3 in the top of the 4th inning. Now it looks like the new pitcher is just about ready. Still taking a few more warm-up tosses. He's been in 40 games, 8.01 ERA, 26 walks, and 38 strikeouts. A lot of times when you're pitching in Colorado, you kind of have to overlook that ERA because a lot of runs in this stadium will be scored by both teams. So you just try to outslug the other team. Now it looks like Almonte looks ready. Solaire has stepped into the batter's box. Runner on first and second and 2 outs. And Almonte, here's the pitch. It is a called strike, 83 mile an hour off speed pitch for strike one. And the pitcher comes set. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Solaire. It is way outside, and another off-speed pitch at 84 miles an hour. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs with runners on first and second. And here is the 1-1 pitch to Solaire. And he hits one to right field. Charlie Blackmon counts under it and records the third out. And that ends the top of the fourth inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth, where the Colorado Rockies lead the Atlanta Braves by the score of 5-3. And now we have a pitching change for the Atlanta Braves. Coming into pitch is, like I said, that was warming up, Jacob Webb. He was recalled just a couple of days ago from Gwinnett. He has an ERA so far for this year when he's been up at 4.29. He will be facing Diaz. Jacob Webb on the mound, starting the bottom of the fourth inning. He has a 4.29 ERA, 21 strikeouts, and just 7 walks. And here's the first pitch of the bottom of the fourth inning. And it is just a little bit outside for ball 1 to Diaz. Of course, Diaz was the one that was hit in the head by Tucson, and that pretty much, after that, Tucson just was not the same. Here's the 1-0 pitch, a fly ball to center field. Adam Duvall makes the catch just barely on the warning track for out number 1. So we have 1 out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Jacob Webb gets the ball, doesn't like it, so he gets him another ball. And now batting for the Colorado Rockies is Hilliard. He is 0 for 1 for the game. And here's the first pitch from Webb to him. And he swings on and misses. It was a high strike. And that is strike number 1 to Hilliard. We've got one out in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Rockies lead the Braves 5-3. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right down the middle, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball for strike number 2. And here's the 0-2 pitch to Hilliard. And he swings and misses on the 84-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Didn't even come close for the strikeout for Jacob Webb. That's his first strikeout for the inning. Now coming up to the plate is Yency Almonte. And here's the first pitch. It is a called strike on the inside corner at 95-mile-an-hour pitch for strike 1. And Webb gets the sign, and here's the 0-1 pitch. A grounder to second baseman over the first baseman, Freddy Freeman, for out number 3. A great inning by Jacob Webb. 1-2-3. And that's it for the bottom of the fourth inning. Going to the top of the fifth, the Colorado Rockies still lead the Atlanta Braves 5-3. And don't forget, as you see in the middle part of the screen, I have a slideshow going of different Atlanta Braves fan gear that may be of interest to you. If it is, I have a link to Fanatics. Me and my brother are affiliates with Fanatics. So I have a link going directly to Fanatics. And if you happen to buy anything while you're there, then we will receive a small commission. There's no extra charge to you, and Fanatics always has specials and sales going on all the time. So make sure when you go to their site, there'll be a code for whatever sales are going on. Be sure to grab that code and that checkout, use that code for any discounts that they've got going on. And also, you might want to sign up. I believe they have some type of program dealing with fans, and where you get so many fan, I don't know what it's called, but fan dollars for all the orders that you can apply to future orders. So be sure to sign up for that. You know, if you order a lot of stuff from Fanatics, be sure to check that out. Also, I've got links to Amazon. We're affiliates with them also. If you happen to be wanting to buy something from Amazon, be sure to click on our link where we can get a little bit of commission, and it helps me and my brother as we run different YouTube and different websites. It gives us just a little bit of income, and we surely would appreciate any help that you can give to us. Now let's go to the top of the fifth. Freddy Freeman will be leading off for the Atlanta Braves. Braves are down 5-3 to the Colorado Rockies. Almonte is still in the game, and he throws a low corner outside strike. Freeman didn't too much care for the call. It was close. Could have gone either way. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Freeman. And he fly ball to the outfield to right center. It's a double for Freddy Freeman. So the Atlanta Braves have a runner on second base with nobody out in the top of the fifth. Good start for the Braves in the top of the fifth. See if we can get caught back up and tie the Rockies and hopefully take the lead. We got some good batters coming up. We got Austin Riley, the Braves third baseman, is up now with the runner on second base and nobody out. Riley is 1 for 1. And here's the first pitch to Riley. He tries to go to right field, but fouls it off. Hit a really line drive. Riley has been really swinging the bat of late. Batting .304 with 28 homers and 82 RBIs for the season. A great, great year. And the pitcher comes set, and here's the 0-1 pitch to Riley. Another foul ball behind home plate. It's no balls and 2 strikes to Austin Riley with Freddy Freeman on second base with nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. And here's the 0-2 pitch to Austin Riley. Way outside on an 82-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch for ball 1. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. Almonte came on in the top of the 4th. Now he's in the top of the 5th. An off-speed pitch to Austin Riley. Pops it up and is able to get a bloop single. Freddie Freeman makes it to third, so we've got a runner on first and third. Austin Riley was way out in front. Just luckily that he was able to make contact and get a bloop single. And he hung it too. If he'd been, you could tell he wasn't looking for it. But he hung that ball. If he could have been looking for that, that would have been gone. But a bloop single to center field. The Atlanta Braves have runners on first and third. Nobody out for the power-hitting shortstop for the Atlanta Braves, Dansby Swanson. He's 0 for 2 tonight. And here is the first pitch to Dansby. Way outside on the 86-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch for ball 1. See if the Braves can, if they could get a home run, they could take the lead. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Dansby Swanson from Almonte. A hanger. He drives it to deep left field for the catch. Freddie Freeman tags up and scores a sacrifice fly RBI for Dansby Swanson, scoring Freddie Freeman. The score now in the top of the 5th with 1 out is the Colorado Rockies 5 and the Atlanta Braves 4. Still have runner on first base. And Dansby just missed. He hit it hard. The ball, he hung that one. He's lucky that the pitcher's lucky that that wasn't a home run. And now, Adam Duvall fouls the ball off to the first base side of the stands. It's no balls, 1 strike for Adam Duvall. Adam is 0 for 2 for the game. We've got 1 out, runner on first. The count is 0-1 to Adam Duvall. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. A hanger, and it is gone. No doubt about that. The outfielder just kind of looked and walked away. Adam Duvall with a 2-run home run in the top of the 5th. That gives the Atlanta Braves back the lead of 6-5. Adam Duvall, he is a great off-speed pitch hitter. He hung it, and there was no doubt about that. So the Atlanta Braves have come back. They are leading 6-5. And you're right. You are right, Gio. Let's go. Go Braves. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you stopping by. So the Braves have the lead 6-5. And now the pitch to the catcher for the Atlanta Braves, Stephen Vogt. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Stephen Vogt with 1 out. And here's the 2-0 pitch. It is called a way outside for ball 3. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Looks like Almonte may be feeling the effects of the home run. And here's the 3-0. Boy, that was close. That was borderline for a 3-0 pitch. It is called strike, just barely on the low part of the strike zone. 3 balls and 1 strike and 1 out. And here's the pitch. A fly ball to right center field. The center fielder catches the ball for out number 2. So Stephen Vogt flies out to center field for the 2nd out for the Atlanta Braves catcher. That was some bomb by Adam Duvall. And that's why the Braves brought him back at the trade deadline. Now with 2 outs, the second baseman, Adrianza, he's 1 for 2. First pitch is outside on a 94-mile-an-hour pitch. So the pitcher gets the sign, come set. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's a 94-mile-an-hour pitch. So the Atlanta Braves have come back to take the lead 6-5. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Way outside, 88-mile-an-hour pitch for ball 2. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And a line drive. Man, it's hit to center field, deep center field at the wall. But the outfielder makes the catch to end the inning for the Atlanta Braves in the top of the 5th. But a great home run by Adam Duvall. A 2-run homer, and then also a sacrifice fly by Dansby Swanson to score Freddy Freeman. So now the Atlanta Braves have taken the lead 6-5 over the Colorado Rockies. Now we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And now we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Jacob Webb is still pitching for the Atlanta Braves. He is facing Joe, who is 1 for 2. The first pitch is a called strike on the top outside corner of the strike zone for strike 1. Connor Joe, he's 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the third inning. The next pitch look like a check swing, but they say he did not go. It's 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth inning for the Colorado Rockies. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It was low, but he chased it. Might even foul tipped it for 1 ball and 2 strikes on Connor Joe. And now Jacob Webb looks in to get the sign from Atlanta Braves catcher Stephen Vogt. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Low with an off-speed pitch at 84 miles an hour to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom of the fifth inning for the Colorado Rockies. And here's the 2-2 pitch. It is fouled off by Connor Joe, where the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We just saw in the top of the inning where the Braves have come back to take the lead 6-5 over the Colorado Rockies. We are in the bottom of the fifth inning. Connor Joe is at bat. And here is the 2-2 pitch. It is high, a 94-mile-an-hour pitch. And now the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes and no one out in the bottom of the fifth inning. And here's the 3-2 pitch. It is swung on, driven to center field, but Adam Duvall camps under it for the first out of the inning, the bottom of the fifth for the Colorado Rockies. So Connor Joe flies out the center fielder, Adam Duvall. Now Brendan Rodgers is up bat. He is 2 for 2 on the evening. Jacob Webb looks in to Stephen Vogt to get the sign. He comes set. And here's the first pitch to Rodgers. He takes a off-speed pitch called strike at 81 miles an hour. The count is no balls and 1 strike and 1 out to Rodgers. And here's the 0-1 pitch from Jacob Webb. A grounder to shortstop Dansby Swanson throws over to Freddy Freeman. Freeman stretches and makes the catch for out number 2 in the bottom of the fifth inning for the Colorado Rockies. So we have 2 outs. Now, Charlie Blackmon, the villain, who hit a grand slam early in the game to give them a 5-3 lead, but the Braves now have come back to take the lead 6-5. We've got 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth for Charlie Blackmon. It is a close game tonight, and the Braves surely do need a win. And Gio, how am I watching the game if you're talking to me? I'm watching it through, I'm in Northwest Arkansas. I'm watching it through MLB TV, because I'm outside of the Braves market. I'm able to pick that up unless it's games against the St. Louis Cardinals or Texas Rangers or Kansas City Royals. Blackmon hits a soft single to center field. Adam Duvall picks it up, throws it back in. So the Colorado Rockies have a runner on first with 2 outs. And like I said, so I'm outside of the Atlanta market, so I'm able to get it on the MLB TV streaming, and I do it through my Roku TV. So I'm actually watching it right now on TV. It's actually the TV I'm watching is right behind my camera, so I'm able to see that. But I know we've got a problem. A lot of blackouts. Baseball really needs to step up and get this thing solved, because a lot of especially the streaming channels, they're not signing deals with the like where I'm at. It's Bally Sports, and I know in the Atlanta area it's Bally Sports, and I know my normal TV, I use YouTube TV, and they were not able to reach a deal with Bally Sports. So that's the problem. I know, got a friend in Alabama. We're originally from Alabama, and he has YouTube TV, and he's not able to get the Braves games, and it's a problem all over, and they really need to get it solved. So it's a 2-0 pitch to Trevor Story. He swings on and misses, 84-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to Trevor Story with 2 outs. But I know I was listening to MLB Network Radio on XM Radio a couple of days ago, and they're looking into it. They're trying to get something to work where we can solve all these blackout problems, because a lot of fans, if we really want to bring baseball to the forefront to all these, especially the younger fans, they've got to be able to watch it on mobile devices, and they've just got to have a blackout. We've got to solve that, because whatever originally, I think the blackouts was trying to get more fans to come to the game, but really the money and all, what you bring in from ticket sales isn't that much. It's from TV regional contracts that they have. And Blackmon takes off and steals second base. So the Colorado Rockies have a runner on second. Trevor Story has a 3-2 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Let's see, we've got a few more people that logged in to watch. Appreciate you stopping by. My name's Bob Griggs from Atlanta Dugout Talk. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified when I go live. Just started doing these games. I started yesterday. I didn't have the video of myself yesterday, but I started it today, and I hope you enjoy it. Trevor Story strikes out to end the bottom of the 5th inning. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, the Atlanta Braves have a 6-5 lead. Jacob Webb did a great job. He's tonight. He just was called up a couple of days ago. He's been up and down, but really he looks like he's figured it out and is doing really well. And another thing about they were saying on the MLB Network Radio about the blackout, that's something that they're trying to figure out that'll work for all the parties involved. Of course, for us as Braves fans, Bally Sports is where we get it. I'm fortunate where I'm at. I can watch the Braves just about every game except when they play teams in my area. So in my area, there's just really one a cable company that carries Bally Sports. Of course, with Bally Sports here, it's St. Louis, Kansas City, Royals, Texas Rangers. Those are in my area. So whenever the Braves play them, like I said, I'm blacked out. So like when the Braves played at St. Louis a few weeks ago, me and my brother was able to go to St. Louis to watch one of the games. But the other games, basically I just have to listen to the radio, and like a lot of people are having to do, either listen to radio or watching how I'm doing set up here through MLB.com, just the game day stats and everything. And hopefully this will kind of help give you another view for Braves fans to come in and talk about the Atlanta Braves and whatever you think's going on, your opinions of how everything's run. So right now the Braves have a 1.5 game lead on the Phillies and a 4.5 game lead on the Mets. It's getting a little bit closer. Braves are playing some tougher teams, as we played the Dodgers the last 3 games. They were close. We could have won all 3, but we ended up losing all 3. But Phillies are playing like the Braves were a week or so ago. We're playing teams you're supposed to beat, and we're able to get a good lead, and that was really important. You've got to win the games you're supposed to, and hopefully play 500 against the really, really good teams. Now, starting the top of the 5th inning, Orlando Arcia flies out to right fielder Charlie Blackmon. Orlando Arcia was pinch hitting for Jacob Webb. Jacob Webb, like I said, had a great game today. And now batting with 1 out for the Atlanta Braves, the leadoff hitter, the left fielder, Rosario. He is 0 for 1. And here's the first pitch. It is a called strike on the 81-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch for strike 1. Pitching for the Colorado Rockies is Lucas Gilbreth. And here's the third pitch. The 0-1 pitch. Another off-speed pitch at 83 miles an hour. He fouls it off to make it no balls and 2 strikes and 1 out in the top of the 6th for the Atlanta Braves. And now Rosario is ready. Gilbreth, the pitcher, comes set. And here's the 0-2 pitch. It is way outside on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Another off-speed pitch at 81 miles an hour. And again, Rosario fouls it off. Stay alive. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. In the top of the 6th. The score is the Atlanta Braves 6 and the Colorado Rockies 5. And once again, the 1-2 pitch. He swings at another off-speed pitch at 81 miles an hour and strikes out for the 2nd out of the top of the 6th inning. And it wasn't even close. He just waved at it, didn't even come close to the baseball. So now we have Solaire batting, he's 2 for 3. And here's the first pitch. It is high and inside. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 4-1. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Way outside on another off-speed pitch at 81 miles an hour again. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. And here's another pitch, another 81-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch, called strike. It was at the very bottom of the strike zone. Solaire didn't think it was a strike, but it just barely made it. And now here's the 2-1 pitch. Another 81-mile-an-hour off-speed. He flies it to the right fielder, Charlie Blackmon. He grabs it for the 3rd out of the inning. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, the Atlanta Braves hold on to a 6-5 lead over the Colorado Rockies. All right, we're getting ready for the bottom of the 6th inning. Coming on the pitch for the Atlanta Braves is Jesse Chavez. We saw, as I told you earlier in the game, he got up and did some stretching, but I don't think he never did warm up. But now he is in the ballgame. He has a, I believe, 2.86 ERA. Let me get this off of the screen there. There we go. So Jesse Chavez will be facing CJ Cron. Cron is 1 for 2 for the game. The Braves have a 1-run lead, 6-5. Both the Rockies and the Braves have 7 hits, and the Braves have committed 1 error. Jesse Chavez. And here's the pitch. Is a little bit high, a 91-mile-an-hour pitch. The count is 1 ball, no strikes to Cron. And here's the 1-0 pitch. A foul ball. He fouls it off the back of home plate, just about hitting the wall and brick wall, and comes back to the umpire. He throws it out of play and throws a new ball to Jesse Chavez. It's the 1-1 pitch. Just a little bit outside. Vogt tries to bring it back to frame the pitch, but the umpire does not call it a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Another foul ball. And now the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning, with Cron batting and Jesse Chavez on the mound. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Swings on and misses. He strikes out Cron. That is Chavez's first strikeout, first batter of the game. It was high and inside, and he swung at it. Didn't even come close to it. Well, we've got one out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Well, I hope, Gio, I hope that answers your question about how I'm watching it. And I tell you, the blackout, I've always couldn't understand why where I live in northwest Arkansas, just about on the Arkansas-Missouri line, why when the Cardinals are playing in Atlanta, I'm blackout here. There's no way I can go all the way to Atlanta to the game. That's the only way I could see the game. And they've got to really, the blackout area where right now there's 2 outs. And that was one thing is, of course, if you're not able to see the game, Austin Riley made that play, in the what I call the rover position. He, third base, but he was actually playing the rover position in short right field. He goes back and forth. He gets a lot of jogging in throughout the game. And now here is the first pitch to Diaz from Chavez. It is ball 1. But like I said, I never understood why we're blackout when we're hundreds of miles away. There's no way we can go and see the game. Why are we blacked out? That really makes no sense. I think when it first came out, it was basically to get more people to come actually to the game. I can see them blacked out when you're really close, but when you're hundreds of miles away and you're still blacked out, it doesn't make any sense. Now, if the games are available to most of the carriers, I understand, but now the majority of the carriers, especially streaming, which is real popular now, most of those are streaming are not able to watch MLB baseball unless you go through, like I do, MLB.tv. So I hope they get it straightened out. The count to Diaz is 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And timeout is called. Batter steps out. Now they're ready for the 2-2 pitch. And a liner to the left fielder, Rosario. He makes the catch for the 3rd out. And he throws the ball to a fan in the left field seats. As Jesse Chavez walks off the field, home plate umpire comes and checks his cap, glove, and belt, and then walks back to the dugout. So, after 6 innings of play, the Atlanta Braves have a 6-5 lead over the Colorado Rockies. Okay, I'm looking at David O'Brien's Twitter account, and he makes a comment about the good job of Jacob Webb. Says, Jacob Webb, the Pride, Tabor College in Hillsboro, Kansas, pitched 2 scoreless innings of 1-hit relief with no walks and 2 strikeouts in his first appearance since being recalled from AAA. Those were big innings, allowed Braves to come back and take the lead. So as I said, that Jacob Webb had a really good outing tonight. Now we go to the top of the 7th inning. Freddy Freeman is at bat. Gilbert is still on the mound. And the first pitch is a ball inside at 94 miles an hour. Fastball, 1 ball, no strikes to start the top of the 7th inning. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Off-speed pitch is lined to the left fielder. Makes a running catch for out number 1. Freddie Freeman flies out to the left fielder, Connor Joe. And now, the third baseman for the Atlanta Braves, Austin Riley. He is 2 for 2. And here's the pitch. High and inside, a 92-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 1. And here's the 14th pitch for Gilbert to Austin Riley. Austin pops it foul behind home plate for strike 1. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. We have 1 out in the top of the 7th inning, where the Atlanta Braves are winning 6-5. And here's the 1-1 pitch. High and inside on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch to Riley. He takes a high strike at 91 miles an hour. Just barely clips the strike zone for strike 2. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out to Austin Riley. Here's the 2-2. It is high and outside on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. We have a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to the third baseman for the Atlanta Braves, Austin Riley. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for a strikeout on Austin Riley. There are 2 outs in the top of the 7th for the Atlanta Braves. Let's see if he tipped it. Nope, don't believe so. It was on an 80-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch for strike 3 on Austin Riley. And now the shortstop for the Atlanta Braves, who is 0 for 2, Dansby Swanson. Here's the first pitch. Off-speed pitch at 81 miles an hour for ball 1. He throws a lot of 81 mile an hour. I don't know how many so far last inning and this inning that it's been 81 miles an hour. Another off-speed pitch at outside at 84 miles an hour. At least it wasn't 81. Dansby Swanson has a 2-ball, no strike count. And here's the pitch from Gilbert. A grounder down the third base line that goes foul. The third baseman picks it up and throws it to the crowd. So Dansby Swanson has a 2-ball, 1 strike count in the top of the 2nd with 2 outs. He slowly walks back. He tightens up his batting gloves and gets into the batter's box. And now the 2-1 pitch. His ball inside, a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Tries to jam him inside, but it is a ball. The count now is 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs in the top of the 7th for the Atlanta Braves. Here's the 3-1 pitch. He pops it up. The first baseman chases, and just couldn't make the play. He was right around where the screen is and just could not make the play. I'm not sure if it hit the screen first. Nope, he just missed it. So that gives Dansby Swanson a second opportunity to get a base hit and get on base. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch. He fouls it off again. He goes over and knocks the ball back to the bat boy, and the umpire throws in a new baseball. Gilbert's pitch count now is up to 24 pitches. He finished up the top of the 6th inning and continued this 7th inning. And here's the 3-2 pitch to Dansby Swanson. Another foul ball on the 92-mile-an-hour fastball that was inside, and Swanson stays alive. 3 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. Gilbert gets the sign, comes set, and the 3-2 pitch. He lines a ground ball to third base, throws it over to the first base, just barely nips Dansby Swanson at first base to end the top of the 7th inning. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, the Braves hang on to a 6-5 lead over the Colorado Rockies. All right, we are getting ready to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. We have a new pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. It is Richard Rodriguez. Remember, Rodriguez was acquired at the trade deadline from the Pittsburgh Pirates. He has a 2.38 ERA in 52 games for the year, 9 walks and 39 strikeouts. He will be facing Sam Hilliard will be leading off for the bottom of the 7th inning for the Colorado Rockies. And here's the first pitch. It is swung on and miss, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's pretty much his pitches. You know, he has a few strikeouts, but he's not going to strike. He pitches to basically contact. So now we've got a 1-1 count to Hilliard. Here's the 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And it is low. So we have a 2 balls, 1 strike to Hilliard. A call, second strike on the outside corner, just barely. It could have gone either way. So the count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is a grounder to the Rover. Austin Riley throws on to Freddy Freeman for the first out of the inning. Times if you're scoring at home, you like to do that. I think you should have it be a 5-R-3. The third baseman playing Rover throws it on to the first baseman. That's how, if you're looking at, if you score, know how to do that. That, to me, that kind of explains where the third baseman is actually getting the ball and throwing it to first. And now the pitch. Grounds to second baseman over the first for the out. Adrianza on a good play for the second out of the bottom of the 7th inning. And that was Rio Ruiz. I just now realize who that is. A former Atlanta Braves farmhand that at one time was very promising for the Braves, but I believe either they traded him or he was a minor league free agent. But he was a former Atlanta Braves. And now Connor Joe is up. Takes the first pitch for a ball. And now the 1-0 pitch. He flies ball, long fly ball to center field. Adam Duvall jumps against the wall and makes a great play. If he doesn't catch it, it looks like it would have at least hit the yellow line for a home run. Very good play by Adam Duvall, who is normally plays either left field or right field. But lately, against certain pitchers, he has been playing some center field, and it shows how great a defender he is for the Atlanta Braves in the outfield. He's not just known for hitting home runs, but is a great defender in the outfield. Now, as we go to the top of the 8th, the Atlanta Braves hold on to the lead. They are winning 6-5 over the Colorado Rockies. All right, as we go to the top of the 8th inning, the Atlanta Braves are coming up the bat. There is a pitching change for the Colorado Rockies. Tyler Kinley replaces Lucas Gilbreth. And Kinley will be facing first Adam Duvall, who once again made the last catch to end the inning. And as we've heard this time and time again, that whoever makes the great play to end the inning, how many times did they lead off the next inning? So that's what happens this time to Adam Duvall. As we see, the Braves bring trust of Brian Snitker and Walt Weiss looking on, enjoying this one-run lead. The first pitch to Adam Duvall takes a ball, just barely, for ball one. He's the one had a 2-run homer. And now the 1-0 pitch to Adam Duvall swings on and misses on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball to even the count to 1 ball and 1 strike to Adam Duvall. This is the top of the 8th inning. Pitcher gets the sign, comes set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A line drive in the infield. Looked like it was either the second or shortstop. They were all bundled together in the shift. Throws it on to first base to record the out on Adam Duvall. And now I'm batting next for the Atlanta Braves, the catcher, Stephen Vogt. He is 0 for 3 for the evening. He came very close to hitting one out, but the outfielder was able to make the play. And here's the first pitch to Vogt. He lines it to the second baseman, throws over the first to record the second out in the top of the 8th inning for the Atlanta Braves. And now, batting for the Atlanta Braves, the second baseman, Adrianza. Adrianza is 1 for 3. He had a single in the second inning. There's 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. And here is the first pitch. He swings and drives it to the left fielder who didn't have to move. Connor Joe makes the play to end the top of the 8th inning. The Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 8th inning. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, the Braves still hold on to the lead 6-5 over the Colorado Rockies. All right, as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, we have a new pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. It is Braves reliever Luke Jackson. He has an ERA of this. Listen, 2.15 ERA. He's having a great season. He will be facing Brendan Rodgers, who was 2 for 3 on the evening. Luke Jackson, as I said, ERA 2.15, 25 walks, and 55 strikeouts for the season. See, we have a few more that hopped on to the game. We appreciate you stopping by as I'm watching the Atlanta Braves take on the Colorado Rockies from Denver, Colorado. Hope you have a good evening watching, listening to the Atlanta Braves. The first pitch to Rodgers, he fouls it off for strike number 1. For those that just joined us, be sure, if you like this type of video live streaming of the Atlanta Braves, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to be reminded of when we go live once again. Brendan Rodgers grounds out, throws over to first base to record the first out. Grounds kind of into the shift. Shortstop Dansby Swanson made the play. Second baseman could have probably made the play as well because they were just a couple of few feet apart from each other. So we got 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Charlie Blackmon is up once again. He hit a grand slam earlier in the game. First pitch is ball outside on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. We got 1 out, 1 ball, no strikes to Charlie Blackmon. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Off speed at 85 miles an hour. He swings and misses to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Charlie Blackmon. Boy, that was high. Strike. It was a strike. It was high, but if he'd been looking for it, it'd probably been long gone. The next pitch is another off-speed pitch. Swung on at 1-2. And then Austin Riley was playing rover, but now he moves to third base. And the next pitch, Blackmon fouls it off to stay alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes and 1 out. Luke Jackson gets the sign from Stephen Vogt. Comes set. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Another off-speed pitch. Blackmon is able to foul it off to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Blackmon swings and misses at a high strike at 97 miles an hour and strikes out for the second out in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Colorado Rockies. So Luke Jackson has 2 outs. He had a ground out and a strikeout. And now Trevor Story, who is 1 for 3, steps into the batter's box. Here's the pitch. It's low on the off-speed pitch at 86 miles an hour for ball 1. Trevor, like I said, is 1 for 3 on the evening. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And then there's ball inside that hit the dirt on the 89-mile-an-hour pitch. Luke Jackson has a 2-0 count to Trevor Story here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Trevor Story goes to one knee and swings and misses to make the count 2 balls and 1 strike and 2 outs. Boy, he was going downtown, but he missed the baseball. And here's the pitch from Luke Jackson. A off-speed pitch where Trevor Story just takes it. He was looking for the fastball. So the count is even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs on Trevor Story. Luke Jackson pitches, and there's a grounder to the second baseman that's actually playing in the shortstop area, but was not able to get it and throw it to first base for the out. It was going to be, he really didn't have a chance. It was about 2 or 3 bounces before Andrianza kind of came in from about between second base and the pitcher's mound. Really didn't have much of a shot. So there's a runner on first base with 2 outs for the Colorado Rockies, and C.J. Cron up to bat. He is 1 for 3. He had a single in the second inning. Here's the pitch. High on the 96-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 1. And Luke Jackson throws over the first base for a pickoff attempt. He gets back, Story gets back safely. And he throws over to first base again. A close play that time, but Story is able to get back. Now Story gets a little lead off of first base. There's 2 outs. Cron is at bat. Here's the pitch. And a foul ball on the 87-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch for strike 1. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to C.J. Cron. Luke Jackson, that was his 15th pitch for the inning. And here's the pitch. Just a little bit low on the 87-mile-an-hour pitch. The count to Cron is 2 balls and 1 strike. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Braves are hanging on to a tight 6-5 lead. Luke Jackson throws over, attempting to pick off Trevor Story once again, but Trevor Story gets back. And Luke Jackson gets the sign, come set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A foul ball over by the third base dugout side. The count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Colorado Rockies. And here's the 2-2 pitch to Cron. It's a liner to the second baseman who is actually playing shortstop and gets the 3rd out of the inning. And as Luke Jackson goes off the field, the home plate umpire once again comes over and inspects Luke Jackson's cap, glove, and belt. As we go to the top of the ninth inning, the Atlanta Braves have a 6-5 lead over the Colorado Rockies. Okay, we're going to the top of the ninth inning. We have a pinch hitter for Luke Jackson. It is Jock Peterson will come on the bat for Luke Jackson. Tyler Kinley is still on the mound for the Colorado Rockies. We'll see if, since pinch hitter is announced, we'll see if the pitcher will actually stay in the game or not. Find out here in just a minute. Atlanta Braves leading 6-5, going to the top of the ninth inning. So it looks like the pitcher will stay in the ball game. Peterson is batting .235, 16 homers. And here's Kinley's first pitch to Jock Peterson. Almost hits him. Ball way inside for ball one. Jock Peterson has done a great job since being traded from the Chicago Cubs to the Atlanta Braves right after the really awesome heartache injury to Ronald Acuna Jr. Alex Anthopoulos has done a great job revamping, as I said earlier, this outfield for the Atlanta Braves. The 1-0 pitch is high on the 87-mile-an-hour pitch. The count is 2 balls and no strikes to pinch hitter Jock Peterson. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And Peterson was a little bit out in front of that one. If he could have just waited just a little bit, that would have been a home run. Had home run distance, but he pulled it way foul. So the count is 2 balls and 1 strike in the top of the ninth to the leadoff hitter this inning, Jock Peterson. It was pinch hitting for Luke Jackson. And a liner to the shortstop up the middle, throws over the first for out number 1. They've been playing where they're supposed to be playing. That'd been an easy base hit into the outfield. But with the shift, they were right there. It was a good play by the infielder. He somehow scooped it, side scooped, and for some reason it got in the glove, and he was able to throw the first for the first out of the top of the ninth. Tough luck for Jock Peterson. Now we'll go back to the top of the order, where Rosario is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1. Kinley gets a sign, comes set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Rosario grounds it to the first baseman, who steps on the bag to record out number 2 in the top of the 9th. And now up to bat for the Atlanta Braves is Jorge Solaire. Jorge Solaire is 2 for 4 with a solo home run back in the first inning. There are 2 outs, top of the 9th. And here's the first pitch to Solaire. It was low in the dirt, but Solaire could not hold up and swung at it. Didn't come close. He was looking for the fastball, but didn't get it. Warming up for the Braves in the bullpen, the closer for the Atlanta Braves, Will Smith, looking for a clean 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 9th. And now the 0-1 pitch to Solaire. Swings on and misses a 92-mile-an-hour fastball for strike number 2. And now the 0-2 pitch from Kinley to Solaire. A grounder to the shortstop. Throws over to the first baseman to record out number 3 on Solaire. As we go to the bottom of the 9th, the Atlanta Braves continue to hold on to a 6-5 lead over the Colorado Rockies. Closer Will Smith is on his way to the mound. And just a reminder, if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you will be notified when I go live once again. Hopefully, unless something comes up, I will be going live again tomorrow night. My brother and I, we have different side hustles that we do. One of them we sell on eBay. If you'd like to look at our eBay store, in the description I have a link that'll go directly to our eBay store. It's called GB eStore. You can also just type in your browser gbestore.com. That will take you directly to our eBay store. We also, I've already mentioned we're affiliates with Fanatics, Amazon, and eBay. Licks.com, we're affiliates with them. All those links are in the description below. We also do side hustles where we do food delivery through, in our area, DoorDash, Uber Eats. So we do that throughout the day. So if I don't come on right at game time, as soon as we get back with that, then I will go live. So check us out. Now Will Smith has come in. He's finishing up his warm-up pitches for the bottom of the 9th inning. We're hoping that he will have a clean 1-2-3 inning, not give us a scare like he has a few times. But he's had a good season. He doesn't have too many 1-2-3 innings, though. But now he will be facing Ryan McMahon. to lead off the bottom of the ninth inning for the Colorado Rockies. He is 0 for 3 for the night. And the first pitch, off-speed pitch at 82 miles an hour for ball one. And Smith gets the sign, comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a liner where the shortstop should be, but is not. And he gets a base hit, goes out to the left fielder. If Dansby had been normal shortstop position, that would have been out number one, but it's not. So the Colorado Rockies have a runner on first base with nobody out. Diaz, who was hit by the pitch in the third inning, is up. He's 0 for 2, including the hit by pitch. Runner at first base, nobody out. Smith has thrown 2 pitches. Now Smith comes set. Here's the pitch. An off-speed pitch at 77 miles an hour is a called strike. So the count is no balls, 1 strike, nobody out with the runner on first in the bottom of the ninth inning for the Colorado Rockies. And here's the 0-1 pitch. He swings at a terrible pitch in the dirt, looking for the fastball, but gets the off-speed pitch. The count now is no balls and 2 strikes to Diaz. And that's right. Come on, Braves. We need this win. We really do. We need to keep the lead at 2 games because the Phillies have already won tonight. So let's pull for Will to get out of it. He's got a 1-2 count on Diaz with a runner on first. Will comes set. Here's the pitch. And swung on and missed for the strikeout. First out of the inning. Strikeout for Will Smith. Wasn't a strike, but he swung at it anyway. So there's 1 out with the runner on first base. Will Smith has thrown 6 pitches. There's a pinch hitter. Garrett Hampson replaces Sam Hilliard. Batting .239, 8 home runs, and I believe 25 RBIs for the season for the Colorado Rockies. And here's the pitch. And a grounder to the second baseman. Steps on second and throws to first. And that, my friends, is the final. The Braves hang on to beat the Colorado Rockies 6-5. Will Smith comes in for the save, induces a grounder to Adrianza, steps on second, throws to first for the ending in double play for the game. The Atlanta Braves are winners 6-5 over the Colorado Rockies. The Atlanta Braves stay with a 2-game lead over the Philadelphia Phillies, who also won this afternoon. So we have a final here in Denver, Colorado. And we will get your totals in just a minute. The Atlanta Braves hold on with the help from Adam Duvall, has a 2-run home run to give the Atlanta Braves a 6-5 lead in beating the Colorado Rockies for the first game of the series. Now, as I'm waiting for the totals, which will pop up in just a minute, do appreciate everyone that's joined us tonight. This is my second time to do it. Did it last night without video on me. Hope my video of me wasn't too bad. Throat's a little sore from talking the whole way through. I appreciate all the comments that you've given us. I really do. I hope you'll come back again on tomorrow night's game. Hope to get it started on time. But if I don't, keep watching and it'll pop up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. Also, check out, as I said, our affiliates through Fanatics, Amazon. The Atlanta Braves beat the Colorado Rockies 6-5. The winning pitcher is Jacob Webb. He now has even his record at 2-2. Almonte for the Colorado Rockies takes the loss. He is 1-3. And Will Smith picks up the save. He now has 30 saves on the year. So once again, the Atlanta Braves have defeated the Colorado Rockies 6-5. Be sure to check back tomorrow where we will have another game between the Atlanta Braves and the Colorado Rockies. Once again, thank you for watching. And on this winning night, have a good evening. Go Braves.